You're listening to the We Are Libertarians Podcast Network. Find all of our shows at wearelibertarians.com. You're listening to the We Are Libertarians Network. Learn more at wearelibertarians.com.
All the secrets here. Well, what episode is this, Dakota? Welcome to the Boss Hog of Liberty podcast. This is Jeremiah Morrill, your host. Dakota Davis is on my left.
That's right. I'm kind of drawing a blank on what episode this is.
This is a milestone. We're in
Is
double
it?
digits.
That's right.
10.
Double digits.
10.
The big 1-0.
Can't stop us now.
Oh.
And we have a feminine voice today, Dakota.
Yep.
This
That's a female.
A yeah. It's not a feminine like your voice. It's a real true female.
Oh, okay.
Very true.
Lisa, I knew her as Lisa Goldsberry, but that's all in the past now.
Yeah, that's in the past.
It's Lisa Crosby.
That's right. Get it right.
Or Lisa Joe Crosby.
Lisa Joe Crosby.
Of Florida, I guess.
Yeah. Miami, Florida on top of that. I'm like a movie
South
star.
Beach girl.
Yeah, that's right.
You are a movie star.
I know.
So we're recording at the Boss Hog Liberty Studios in Newcastle, Indiana. Labor Day 2013, I think. Lisa starred in a film in my home.
Yeah. That's right.
You can look it up on
IMDb.
the IMDb. Lisa and myself and Travis Wyke, my dad, Paul Morrill, were all featured in about a 12-minute long very independent film called
You can find
Smoke
it
and
on
Mirrors.
YouTube.
Was it low budget?
It had a YouTube release, and it was very low budget.
Very low budget.
How
But
much
it was
did you get paid?
I
It sounds
got
like
paid
there was
nothing.
a lot of
Nothing.
guys to just you.
No, there
Better
were
be
there were
pretty
No, there
big
was
budget.
other females.
Yeah, there were like
It was-
it was probably a cast of about 20 people.
It was a very good PG-13 movie.
It was not very good,
No, it was fun though.
but it was PG-13. And
Somebody died
it
in
was fun to be-
Jeremiah's house. 2 people died.
One died. Yeah. Well, see, it was so poorly acted, Dakota, that they couldn't use most of what was shot in my home. Nothing that was shot in my house. They spent probably 3 hours
True.
shooting, and none of that worked.
And these were supposed to be like
They were the paid actors.
the paid people.
Yeah.
And they were just like, I wasn't paid. I just happened to get in there because somebody else didn't show up, and I was a lot better than them.
She did very
Oh,
well.
my. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could have done the dying part.
Yeah, so they had a there was a scene filmed in my garage, and there was a scene filmed in my kitchen. And a guy died in Tony's truck. Her husband,
Yeah.
not her husband, her boyfriend's vehicle.
He died in there.
He died in my garage.
And I
then
cried.
The ambulance came and picked him up. And my neighbors thought something had really happened. They thought I was having a huge party, and then the ambulance shows up and leaves. And I had people in the streets.
And they carry somebody
crazy.
out on a stretcher with the cover over their head.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
It was pretty fun.
It was
and we're all out in the front yard. There's police officers. Fake ones.
That's what I thought was going to happen today after I got here and Lisa was here. And she tried to poison me with a chicken wing.
So everybody brought food. We're turning very. We don't have a green room.
You
Everybody
didn't
brings their
ask
own
me if
stuff.
it was hot. You just started eating them.
She gives me like the second hottest wing off of the Buffalo Wild Wings menu.
It is like the
Is
third.
it mango habanero? What was it?
Mango habanero. I think it's like the third one down from the hottest.
The third.
That would kill Sarah. She cannot have mango.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to give that to her.
She can't have that.
That was intense. And then I just gave it to you and you ate it like a champ.
It was really good. That's my favorite flavor.
No trouble at all. So yeah, we this morning. Speaking of hot stuff, you woke up to something happening in your neighborhood, Dakota.
Well, here's what happened. I didn't even know about it. I just happened to get a call from work. I was called out. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I go out there, pick up the truck that I drive, start driving out back towards my neighborhood, and as I get just 1 block or 2 blocks east of my neighborhood, it is filled with smoke. Like all of the streets, everything. It looks like it's a super heavy fog, but you can smell it. It's smoke. I get to the site, and it's just, there's like a fire that is still smoldering. Like, they put out the most of it. But after we got to talking to people, it's like, hey, what happened? Well, some guy decided to burn down 6 houses here in Newcastle. I'm like, 6 houses? And I slept through all of this? Like, I'd never heard sirens or anything. And, like, 6 houses were...
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Was it a teenage kid?
So that was
They
this
don't know.
morning.
They don't know
there
yet?
Were,
Oh, I
there
thought-
were 3 teenagers that were brought into custody. And at the time of this recording, they released them. I think they were actually the witnesses. They were the ones that saw it happening and called it in.
That's
but of
teaching
course,
them not to
we had
say anything again.
we have
Sad.
yeah. Everybody picks up their pitchforks and we have an
Oh, my
angry
gosh,
mob and
wow.
we blame the kids that reported what happened.
These kids need to get their butts whooped like I was when I was a kid.
Was you
Exactly.
afraid it was your house? Was it that close?
Well, you had left your house. So you
I had
knew.
already left my house.
I know, but
mean,
you were coming back. Did you think
Yeah, it
like,
was like...
how is my house on fire now?
No, I was just concerned that it was getting close to my house or something. And
Yeah.
I
It
might
was
get
jumping
hit.
like from one house to the next. They had, I mean, if you've got 6 house fires in a town of 20,000 people at one time, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Now, was it all empty houses?
I think it was mostly empty houses, but it did
But
get
then
a
it-
house that somebody actually lived
Oh my
into.
gosh. That's so scary.
It's rough.
The ones that were intentionally set on fire were all abandoned, vacant houses. However, it jumped over to occupied homes. And luckily, there was no one inside 2 of them, and one of the houses was occupied, but everybody got out in time.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow, that's really sad. I guess that's one way to clear the town of empty houses. but-
Lisa left us here. She lived in Newcastle for ages and has been in Florida for 2 years and just turned into a brutalist where she's just advocating for arson. I guess there's a $5,000 reward out there now, and maybe more people looking to put money along with it. So, yeah, I hope they figure it out because we obviously you don't want to have people running
No,
around
you
torching
don't,
houses.
because I mean that's even if it wouldn't have jumped to somebody's houses, you would have had all the smoke damage to the neighbors.
You are the out of
Not
towner
to me.
though, Lisa. I don't know. I mean, you don't have an alibi. You were here.
That is
Oh.
incredibly suspicious.
I was. Did
Where
you
were
not
you?
see
This
my
wild-
Facebook post? My mom tucked me into bed last night.
Well, but did you sneak out?
no, they've
Where were
already.
you-
No,
where were
I was
you
at
at?
my mom's. My windows are already nailed shut from when I was a teenager.
Where were you at between the hours of 2 a.m. and 4 a.m.?
I was in my old bedroom.
In your childhood
In
twin
my
bed?
childhood bedroom, my mama
any-
tucked me in.
Can anybody account for these whereabouts?
Well, they do. Like I said, they nailed the door. They nailed the windows shut when I was a teenager. And
Did they
I lived
really?
there.
Like, you weren't lying about that?
No, I
They
really wasn't
did?
So if
They
there was
really
a fire,
did.
you would have
Oh,
died.
man.
You would have been hosed.
So it couldn't have been me. 'cause
Yeah, it's bad, right?
I'm
Riley
sure
the dog is in here, and
they would have heard me go out the back door.
yeah, we've got an odor issue. Dakota's got a troubled look on his face.
I thought it was Dakota. He's thinking it's me. He's like,
No, I knew it was Riley. I've been here.
He's been here long enough to know that. Yeah. Well, this is a good segue, Dakota. How's Dodger?
Dodgers, I mean, he's doing good. You know,
He's on hospice care now, right? He's living out his final days.
No, and I'm going to tell you something right now that he was very regular. He would have a seizure the third week in a month. Like, that was his cycle. And it's been like 2 months since he's been on the new medicine. No seizures.
wow.
So, there we go.
I am concerned about your dog when I listen to it.
When we got
When I
to
listen to the
episode 1,
podcast.
2, 3, maybe into 4, I did not have
Oh.
much hope. It was
Yeah.
bad. We got to
I
the
know.
LP
I didn't
convention,
have much hope.
and everybody is speaking in hushed tones about Dakota and his dog.
It sounded
Yes.
very sad.
Everybody kept coming up to me and asking me how my dog was. And
You still haven't introduced it to Jeremiah, right?
no.
Okay, good.
I've never
He's
been to his
staying-
house. I've
he's
not
staying
been.
far away from here.
Good.
I've been to his front yard once, about over a year ago, and he has not invited me in yet.
My home is
Good.
very
Don't
secretive.
invite him. Because he
Uh,
had this cat one time.
Oh, I also had a cat that did not go well.
His cat disappeared.
I had the. We'll get to
It
it
was
after a little
very
while.
sad.
This pool party recap. This is a teaser. This is Jeremiah Morrill, Boss Hog of Liberty, apparently. Dakota Davis is on my left, our co-host as always, and then Lisa Crosby of Florida, LP member down in Florida.
Miami.
She's with us as well. Yeah, we had a pool party, and I guess I'm going to be appearing on the next episode of We Are Libertarians. I'm gonna record that tomorrow and cover that. But we'll get into a little bit of that. I'm trying to talk Dakota into making the road trip if he can skip out on his. I know he's a new member of the Elks Club here in Henry County, but I'm trying to talk him out of skipping his Wednesday night gin and tonics down there so that he can come see the big show and how it's all done.
It's a protective order.
What do you do down there?
I'll tell you what, you can't just show up at
Eat
Spangle's house. Lisa did, but you can't just show up on a podcast night. You need to have somebody bring you in. You need to sponsor, and I think I'm your sponsor.
I just showed up. They kind of gripe a little bit,
You were thinking
but
that Tad was going to be there.
I was very disappointed Tad wasn't there. I wouldn't have went if I would have known he wasn't going to be there.
It's you're creepy, Lisa. You brag about it though. You made your fair
you
share.
know, I seen him the other day and I was happy. I'm like, oh.
So so my Dakota wound up getting involved with this fire thing and had to do his day job and go turn the power off for these poor people. They didn't have, they get thrown out of their houses this morning because the fire trucks are there, and
You should have seen this pole.
and then you had to swap out some equipment because it got torched.
This pole was obliterated. Like, I first got there, and the supervisor for the line crew was out there, and he said, and I'm talking to him, hey Wes, what's going on out here? And he's like, well, I can tell you one thing. Either you're going to switch this out, or it's just going to go out by itself. And I was like, okay, well, that's probably not a good thing. He said, yeah, so you better get out there now before it falls on top of a fireman.
Oh, God.
It was.
So you had to go outside today. You couldn't just work inside. You had to be a real lineman today.
I actually had to be outside.
A Newcastle lineman. At least it was a sunny day.
It was beautiful.
So I learned something today. I had to get fuel on my ride home tonight. So you guys were all painfully late getting here, but I was a little behind schedule too, because I work in Muncie, about a half an hour from the Boss Hog Studios here, and the south side of Muncie is like, you've been here your whole life, Lisa. The south side is like the trashiest part of eastern Indiana. It is a nightmare. So there's a Walmart and a Shell gas station next to it. So I pull into the Walmart, try to get gas. Every pump is full except for one. Cycle around, and then this guy sneaks in, steals it away from me in this black Saturn, and I circle the lot one more time and can't find anywhere to go. And the guy just sits in his car too. He doesn't get out and pump. He's just sitting there, infuriating me. So the rage is building already. And so I have to circle back around, go to the Shell. I pull up to the Shell, and there's some guy in a trailer. And the Shell station is set up so that there's 3 pumps back to back to back. The Hoosier Pete, if you will.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. And so I don't like to... You've been around diesel people. They have very limited pumps, right? So you don't want to screw over the diesel guy.
I drive a diesel
for work
on a daily basis, and it drives me crazy. Somebody in a little car will pull up to the diesel pump, and it's like, you do not need that.
Right.
Go away.
Right. So I'm sitting there, and there's a trailer blocking. So then I pull up to the middle one, and the trailer's trying to pull away, but the guy's not leaving. So I finally I sacrifice for the good of the diesel dude that could come along, and I take the middle spot, which is terrible. But so then I'm like, okay, well, this pump's always giving me trouble. I put my card in, and they're like, this is the south side of Muncie, so nothing's going to work right, and it's going to be broken anyway.
Right. Correct.
Right.
We barely have digital fuel.
I was
things
just there the other day.
Yeah,
No, there's still like the old time gas pumps where you have to flip up the.
Yeah,
thing.
you have to flip the lever. Like it's this I think the Russians have gotten past this, and the Chinese have. But I have to flip the lever, and I put my card in, and it takes like 2 minutes for it to finally kick on. I'm like, oh my God, I got to move the car. Finally, it clicks on. I pump
Somebody
my
was
gas.
scanning it,
$32 even, by the way. 32, perfect. No receipt. Well, it's company card, so I got to go inside now. I don't go in gas stations. I live this this life where I don't do the lottery tickets. I'm never inside the gas station. I'm throwing my mic around here, gesturing wildly.
You don't ever go in for coffee?
No, I make my
Coke?
coffee at home. I really don't.
I always
Wow.
go into gas stations whenever I stop there.
No.
You might find
No.
cool little cute things.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they got really weird things in there, and you're like,
Something
"Man,
you've never
this
seen
is
anywhere
so
else."
strange."
So I suffer through it. I'm like, all right, there's nobody in here. I'm gonna get a road soda, a road pop, as they would say
road
locally.
pop.
A road pop. I call it soda because I've got New York roots, but a road pop, as the Hoosiers would say.
I do not say pop. That
Huh?
sounds ridiculous.
See, that's why we get along.
I say pop.
Yeah. Do you say a Coke or a soda?
I just say
Soft
soda.
drink. Soda. Yeah, okay.
I say
Soda.
soda.
See,
I say pop.
We're like soulmates, Dakota, I swear. We're soda soulmates. So yeah, I go in and I get a Coke Zero and, fritter around and go get some Jolly Ranchers or something too. I come around and all of a sudden there's like 5 people in line. So and that's the other thing. I'm just like, this sucks. And then it's, now we're going to go in and we're going to sit there and we're going to get lottery tickets and cigarettes, and it's just a nightmare.
And scratch off your lottery ticket while you're standing there.
Yeah.
That is the worst.
I hate that.
I slowly work my way through the line, and there is a very eccentric man with a wedding ring on and long painted fingernails, and he was definitely celebrating Pride Month.
Eccentric was the correct word there.
Eccentric, yes.
Eccentric was the correct word.
I'd never seen him before, but whatever. Seemed like a nice guy. I've overfilled my road pop. My Coke Zero is like overfilling, so I set it down and I can see that it's spilling out the top, and I'm struggling to try to pay the guy and spend my $5 on my debit card, and it was a whole thing getting through. And then I'm coming out of there, and it's still overflowing my cup, and I'm trying to put my straw in and hold myself
some
together.
Of it, like suck some of it down.
I tried, and it was like coming through up on top of the lid. So then I took that out, and then it happened again, and I put the straw down. Then I walk out the store like Nelson Big Head Spaghetti on Silicon Valley with my head like I'm drinking this 32-ounce soda, walking across the parking lot back to my car.
Did you get your receipt?
I did.
For the gas?
That was the other thing I had to remember. Pump 12. I need my whatever in there.
And they knew what to do. They knew to give you the receipt.
Yeah. But then he's like, do you need a receipt? I need a receipt for the gas. I don't care about the receipt for my soda. It was very traumatic. This is why I don't go in the gas stations, Lisa.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't go on the south side of Muncie.
I work there. Right. I have no choice. I was trapped.
I was just by there, and we stopped at that gas station. And I was like...
It's a landmark. It's been there like 25 years.
Yeah.
It used to be that when I was growing up, or as a kid, I moved there when I was about 10 from New York. And that was the only thing down there at all.
Yeah.
It was it. Now there's a Walmart and a Goodwill and a closed bank and a bunch of other businesses.
There's an Anytime Fitness, too.
There is an Anytime Fitness down there, yeah.
There's a pizza place, right?
Yeah.
Papa Murphy's?
Papa Murphy's, yeah.
Is that your favorite place?
If you want raw pizza, you can go in there.
Right.
Not your favorite place.
I have a tip for you, Chair. The next time that you're in this situation where you have to have your head stuck down because there's pop overflowing on the top of the thing.
Yes, sir.
After you get yourself a nice ice cold pop, you go in there, you take your straw, and take it out of the wrapper very gently.
Yep. I did that part. I got that part done.
Okay. It's filled to the brim. So you know that as soon as you stick your straw into this...
It's going to come up through.
Into this soda, it's going to overflow onto the top of the lid.
Yep.
So what you do is you take it, you set it down on the counter, you put your mouth firmly around the straw, and then you suck in while you push it down in there.
Well, it was a very public place. It was at the counter. The counter was where I'm doing the transaction. There's people behind me. I didn't want to lose eye contact with the clerk. I didn't want to be rude. It was a lot. It was very complicated. So that was my gas station.
Way too complicated.
That
for a
sounded
gas
like
station.
And none
like
of this would have happened
horrible.
if the damn thing had printed a receipt.
Or
if the receipt printed, I would have stayed in the car and I would have been home 20 minutes
If
earlier.
that person wouldn't have stole your spot at Walmart.
Exactly.
The Walmart
The
gas
guy
station.
in the Saturn caused the whole thing. So that's that story. Now we can get to the pool party. Yeah, the dog did it again. I can hear his tail wagging. He's very proud of himself. And he's looking Dakota in the eye like, what? It's not my fault. On Saturday, they all fed me food scraps, and I still haven't processed it.
Is that what's happening?
He's processing.
He's like, Lisa just thinks it's you.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's just blaming you. So, we had the wall pool party here. Probably about 40 people showed up.
I was so jealous.
I came home tonight, and my neighbor flags me down as I'm coming in the driveway, and she says, I thought she was going to be mad. I thought it was like, oh, there, I'm going to hear it. Somebody did something, and it was like, hey, next time you have a big party, you can park people in my driveway.
Oh, nice.
Because I had been joking around that the neighbors were going to charge $5 a person. They have this big, long driveway.
Do you invite your neighbors to the party?
I don't really know them very well. But everybody's older here. Like, around me,
This is a baby boomer town and community.
Yeah, but
everybody is almost retired in my neighborhood. I am by far the youngest person.
They might
in the houses
look
around.
out the window and are really jealous they can't come.
Well, they can
to your
walk over if
parties.
they wanted to. I'm a social person. I invite myself.
You got older people here. You got your parents.
Yeah. Well, my parents and Sarah's parents being here are probably the reason it was calm for the 2 or 3 hours until
After the parents leave, it's like,
free game. They're like the governor. They throttle us. They throttle us down.
I was looking on Facebook and I kept looking, and then I was glad. I'm like, I'm tired of looking at this. I'm glad I'm in the country and my Facebook isn't working very well because there's no internet. I'm glad because I'm so jealous. I want to be there.
It was a good time. We had a lot of fun. We were gonna make AMFs, which is a adios mofo, as they would say.
Oh,
Tonight, but Dakota drank it all at the party.
Yeah.
I didn't have any left.
Well, I drank some of it on the last podcast.
You had one
too.
shot, but there was
Yeah.
more than half a bottle left.
wow.
There was, and
You were having Jameson?
and you saw how much Jameson I drank. And then
so you mixed everything.
Oh, we were mixing all kinds of liquors. Sarah made probably 150. It was an unbelievable amount of Jello shots
Really?
that she brought.
Oh, my gosh.
The bottom, you know how you have a drawer in your refrigerator? The crisper drawer, completely full of
Wow.
of Jello and pudding
and
shots.
pudding shots.
The-
and
And pudding
it was like
shots?
it was like the Bill Cosby collection, and it was
So
It got to
you
us.
got everybody drugged up and did what to them?
well, Rudy.
they got me.
They got you.
They got me.
Jeremiah, towards the end of the party,
I was forcing friendship and if anybody left,
Yes.
I took personal offense to anybody leaving at my party, no matter what the hour was.
Really?
We were
his
not
brother,
stopping.
His brother says, Jeremiah, I'm leaving. You are destroying your house. And Jeremiah grabs him. This is his own brother. And grabs him, basically starts giving him a noogie. And he's like, no, the party's just getting started, Dan.
It was a lot like if you're trying to force feed a pellet, like
Did
a
you try
like
to
warmer
give
to a
him?
dog or a
Did you
horse.
try to make him drink? Because I seen a video.
Yeah, I
He
think I
started,
did.
he
I seen a
started-
video of that.
Yeah,
I
he
had a
was-
little help, but yeah, I was holding. I had him cradled,
Aw.
and
and-
it was
and
a nice brotherly
trying
moment.
to pry his mouth open like King Kong versus a T-Rex. Is exactly what it looked like. And
I
he's
seen
going,
your brother Sunday
"Drink,
morning.
Drink. And Danny's
You saw
like,
him Sunday. You went to Stack's without me, with Christy.
Yes. Without you. Christy
I-
was the only one who, and Christy, the only reason Christy stayed was to go to Stack's. And I was looking forward to a whole group at Stack's.
Well,
Lisa, I was so incapacitated.
I've always been able to make it to Stack's the next morning.
I was so disappointed. She
Jell-O
was
shots-
very disappointed.
I
I mean,
felt
she
bad.
came all the way from Fort Wayne. Sad.
It was not happening.
No.
It was.
I did, however, get up at 6:30 that morning and drove myself home.
Oh, your
Yeah,
girlfriend wasn't here all night?
Fiance.
Not,
Fiancé,
no, not,
sorry.
not all night.
Fiancé.
She ended up leaving.
Oh, she just left you here.
Yeah. I was
He was not quitting.
on another level. After we see Greg, Jeremiah, and myself, all three
We
were
did the Irish car bomb.
we said, let's do
I
shots.
seen that video.
We said,
Yeah.
let's do shots.
So you gave me some sort of a pickle shot. I've never done that before. It was tequila and pickle liquid or something. Pickle
Ew.
juice?
No, it's called a Jameson pickle bag.
Was you guys just making up stuff?
Okay,
No,
so
I've had-
it was
you've never had
the Jameson.
pickleback. You just take a straight up shot of Jameson, chase it with a pickle juice chaser, and actually it's just like super refreshing. All right. And then we did. What was the first one?
Sounds
we did?
nasty.
Did we do breakfast shots?
I don't remember breakfast shots.
What is breakfast shots?
I don't think
breakfast-
anybody fried bacon or anything. I've had breakfast shots with bacon before.
No, a breakfast shot is just Jameson mixed with butterscotch.
Oh, it
schnapps.
tastes like syrup.
Yeah, it tastes like waffles.
I
I think that we did that.
You may have done that without me,
Okay, well I did that.
or there was no video
I know I did
evidence.
the
and I've
Jameson
blocked it out.
pickleback, and then Jeremiah talked me into doing the Irish car bomb. And
Took
then-
a lot of convincing.
Yeah, it did not. And then after that was it's just a total blur, if I'm being honest.
Oh man.
Dakota volunteered to clean my bathroom for me twice.
I did. I did clean it twice.
You did clean it
I did.
because
I
seen the
was-
picture.
There's a
He
picture of it?
drew an illustration.
I seen your drawing.
If
I
you're in
thought
the most glor no, it was, I guess it's either in the Most Glorious Empire or it's in the event for those that were invited. Dakota had a little doodle. We'll release that with the episodes. So you'll see
We
it
will.
on Facebook.
It was a very nice little doodle.
He's
was
an
just-
artist. He's very talented.
Yes, that toilet was great.
I was asleep in the chair, and I was awoken by a gurgling in my stomach. And I thought, I'm not going to puke. Vomit 3 since 2003. But
Broke a
Since
lot
you
of new
were-
barriers that night.
Since you were a kid and you were sick
Yeah.
with the flu.
I never throw up, Lisa. If I throw up, I'm near death.
So this was the first time you've thrown up since you've been 21?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably since I was a freshman.
This is
in
the
high
first time
school.
alcohol has ever
Alcohol.
caused
This is
you
the
to
first time
get
alcohol
sick.
has caused you
Yeah.
to be sick.
And
Well, you're a man now. Congratulations.
and I was like, no, I'm not gonna puke. I'm not gonna puke. And then it was like, I sat there for so long, denying it, that it became too late. So I took off.
You couldn't get. I have a very large house. He couldn't make it the 25 feet from where he was napping to get into the bathroom in time.
Did you?
I did
Well, you got. I guess you
dead
got to the
sprint.
bathroom. You
yeah,
just didn't
I did
get.
a dead sprint. I
Oh, man.
punched the door open,
It's a good thing nobody was in there.
and then just as soon as I punched the door open, it just went like projectile because I was trying to still keep my mouth closed. I was like keeping my mouth closed, and you know how whenever you put your thumb over a hose, that's the same effect that
Just
it had?
right there in the shower, in the mirror, and
Oh, everywhere.
everywhere, but not the toilet.
And I was like,
Everywhere
oh,
but
God.
the toilet. Yeah.
But I felt much better after I puked. And then luckily, Jeremiah's cousin Frances came to my aid.
Frances is a superhero when it comes to parties.
she is.
She will jump in and take charge.
She was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, don't worry about me." So I just grabbed some of Jeremiah's clean bath towels and some hydrogen peroxide.
Hydrogen
I
peroxide.
don't know. I don't know why hydrogen peroxide was his cleaning solution. I came down the next morning
your towels
having
It's the only
not,
thing I could find.
having not known anything about what had happened, and there's a stock pot on the floor in my bathroom with clear liquid in it, and
Yeah,
I just left it there all day. And Dakota came back later on Sunday. What the hell is that? Oh, that's the hydrogen peroxide. I put in the bathroom.
Hydrogen peroxide and like boiling hot water.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I just left all the towels and I took his bath
It smelled
mat
rough.
and everything else.
It was.
Bet.
And
It was
I just
rough.
I put it in a trash bag and I was like, I'll just tell Jeremiah to wash these. 'Cause, like,
You didn't take them home and watch them.
no. I came over to Jeremiah's house the next day and I was helping him clean.
Dakota doesn't normally once he's done partying or hanging out, he is hard to get back. He's gone. I knew it was bad when he's like, "I will be back over." He
Oh,
he
wow.
volunteered.
It's a good thing
And
you got
that's
another
out of-
bathroom type
that's-
of bad.
Yeah, it's out of character for him.
So I'm finishing up my cleaning in the bathroom on Sunday. Jeremiah comes back in the house and he says, "I just put all those towels in the washing machine and I almost threw up."
Yeah, it was rough. There's no doubt about
Oh man.
it. I'm glad I have a stomach of iron because
Yep.
it was rough. So yeah, we made it through.
did.
It took. Finally I got up for real about noon on Sunday and cleaned up and went outside, and it was just it was unbelievable, the mess. And I guess people told me, "Hey, no, we cleaned up like all night long."
Really?
And there were
Wow.
there were 2
Were.
or 3 trash bags out there that the dog had gotten into because apparently he didn't get fed at a reasonable time. So he was like, "Screw you, I'm going to go digging through the trash." So I come back down and there's trash all over by the pool. There's trash in the pool.
Is that why? Because he.
I think he had nosed through it, but there were, you aless have stuff hanging out.
Well, yeah.
And there's not a deep cleaning by any means.
No, but
Oh yeah, because
but
everybody's drunk and they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people tried,
a
but
big
there was
shout
so
out to
much.
Greg Lynn's because my wallet and phone and my pants,
My pants.
and my socks and my shoes and my shirt were all out. This makes it sound like I was naked. It was just
I was gonna say,
It was
what
just
was
me.
he
What was
wearing?
left, man?
it was just me getting in my swim trunks
Oh, okay.
to get into the pool, and they were
I didn't
all,
think that happened at this pool party.
all-
No,
yeah, it
unlike
did
the
not.
last time you were here, Lisa, we wore bathing attire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was warm outside.
Here's the secret about Greg Glenn's, though. He swims fully clothed. Next party, I swear, we're gonna get him like a 1920s swimmer costume.
He swims fully clothed.
He's got a
he
shirt.
was in
I
there
think
in a long
like his
sleeve
t-shirt.
I think he's got like tattoos that we are not allowed to see. I think they're just too. He said memes implanted.
Oh yeah,
I don't think
like
he
some
wants
Nazi
pictures of-
stuff.
yeah.
He's got Hitler on his
I'm
back.
pretty
Hey,
sure.
it's the pinwheel of toleration and friendship.
Yeah,
He's like Roger Stone. but
there's
instead of
something
that,
going on.
Instead of who do you have on his back? Nixon.
Yeah, somebody's got
So
Nixon.
Greg
Yeah.
probably has like Hitler on his back.
Prove me
No,
wrong.
He'd be too proud of that.
Prove me wrong.
I think
Prove
he's
you
got
wrong.
like
All right, that's a challenge
Like
to
Tao
get
or
Greg
something.
Lynn's undressed.
Yeah, Lisa's
next
trying to
time
get a
I'm
shirtless
around.
lens picture. Oh God.
Greg did. He picked up all my things. He folded them,
Oh,
put my stuff in my shoes, and put them next to the couch while I was
Aw.
sleeping.
that was nice of him.
Tucked you
He's
in.
such a good dad.
very
And
very
that is
paternal.
a very good dad.
Well, Greg and I were celebrating because we beat Harry in basketball, and we felt like that was something that we had to celebrate. I was Harry doesn't swim much, but
I
we
didn't think
played
white
horse.
men could jump.
We
so-
played horse in the pool. Greg, Dakota, Harry, myself, and Greg and I. We called it a draw, but Dakota and Harry failed miserably, and they kept bringing me beers. I didn't think I was getting drunk at all until I got out of the pool, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Jeremiah
It's
comes
on.
up and he's like, I did not realize how drunk I was until I got out of the pool.
Is it
I
worse when
felt-
you're in the pool?
No, it was great in the pool. I was fine. I was functioning at a very high level, and then I jumped out, and I went, "Oh boy." And then, that was that.
But Harry would beat you at basketball if it was on
We were
land,
we were
right?
playing well, probably. That's why we had to celebrate so hard after,
Yeah, I
because
understand.
we had a victory.
'Cause his
Harry
kind
got-
doesn't like water, so I mean that's
Wow, that was incredibly racist.
Yeah, that's.
We,
I hope racism insurance extends to Lisa.
FCC. We didn't mean that.
we were just talking about Greg, and my mind just went to such horrible racist things.
We
Couldn't
understand.
help it.
Yeah. Well, so that's the pool party. I think there's another one coming up in August. I don't know if Lisa will make it back in August for the August 12th one. She's made an appearance at all of
August 12th?
these. August the 12th.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to try.
Couple months off. We'll see what you can do. $50 donation. You get Dakota or Tanner or somebody will be appointed.
Tanner did a
to
really
make you
good job
drinks.
for Christy.
Christy made a big donation. Christy Avery did. We thank Christy.
Oh, is that why Tanner
and he
made
was
her
making
drinks?
he was making drinks. If you were a
Nice.
listener to the podcast,
You know,
episode 9, I think we announced that. I think it worked out.
I
But you've
didn't
been in
know.
town. You've been hanging out with everybody instead of just listening to us.
Yeah.
On a distance.
yeah, I was trying thinking. Yeah, I've been too busy to listen.
Yeah, very, very busy. So we actually do have some real content we're going to try to talk about tonight with Lisa, and she's kind of our eyes to another state party, Libertarian Party. You were treasurer of the Henry County Libertarians up here for
Yes.
2 or 3 years, maybe 2012 to 2015, something like that.
Till
does that sound about
last
right?
year.
Last year, yeah, 2015, 2016.
Yeah, 2016.
And then you moved to Miami on us.
Yep.
Following your man down there, he's
Follow him.
he's getting an education, and you're working on the beach basically. Every
Yep.
time I look on
Try
Facebook,
to.
you are fishing
Or on the
or
beach.
sitting on the
I am
beach.
trying to do that every time.
Well,
It's
I
a
don't know.
very
I don't
nice
know if she's ever
beach.
going to come back. I honestly don't know why at this point she's going to move back.
It's a
but
very
she says
beautiful
she is.
beach. 20 minutes away.
It's crazy.
10 minutes from my work. So I can get off work at 2 o'clock and I can go straight to the beach.
You work Caribbean hours down there. You work from 9 to 2.
No, I wish. 5:30 to 2.
You get up early.
I know.
That's
But then I can go to the beach and take a nap.
That's
so
fair.
It works.
So you got down there, and immediately you're like, I am the director of something for the state party or the Dade County party.
I just wanted to be involved with the Libertarian Party there, and they kind of learned that I was the treasurer in Henry County because I bragged about it. I'm like,
Oh yeah, you're
I'm
like,
somebody
I've got
important.
street cred.
I'm
I've
the
got
treasurer.
credentials.
And they're like,
I've lost.
"Oh."
I've lost 2 races already. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how it is. I'm like, I'm important. Hey, that first race, I almost didn't lose. I was
Lisa,
really
honestly, you are an
close.
excellent candidate.
Very close.
No
Very
doubt
close.
about it.
The second one,
I don't know why you keep changing your name because the voters are going to be very confused.
But I got down there and I, told them I was that, and like immediately our executive director Pierre.
Your county has an executive director.
Our county has an executive director. His name is Pierre. He's a little French guy. He's so
French or French Canadian?
He's French.
Ooh.
Just French.
Really?
He's so great. He's one of those ones that really pushes everybody to do stuff. So
Yep.
a lot of people don't like him or get mad at him a lot, but then he gets everything done.
But stuff gets done. So
He's like,
get over it.
"Oh, you want to be treasurer?" I'm like, "Sure. Can't be too hard. I was treasurer before.
There you go.
It's nothing. It's nothing like it was here. There's Florida has so many different laws that it's very difficult.
There's a lot more to deal with.
Yeah, I've got a fine already.
You've already been fined?
I've already been fined.
Did they waive it or they made you pay it?
They made me pay it. Even though, like, the very next day, I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry. I tried to
You tried to
appeal it.
Hoosier hospitality your way through it, and it wouldn't work.
No, they didn't care. So, but I have a budget for that as a treasurer.
Really? You have a fine budget?
I have a fine budget.
My goodness.
So
It's like you're real government down there.
we've got a very good budget. I've learned a lot.
Interesting. I can't wait for you to come back and show us what we're doing wrong.
Yeah, I will.
We're ready for you to come back.
I have really learned a lot.
So you guys have you run candidates in a number of offices. Some stuff's not partisan down there, right? Is that?
Yeah, some isn't. We're trying to get some candidates into one of the cities. It's Coconut Grove, and we're trying to get them into their. It's so different. They have like CDDs, which is community development districts.
Okay.
Then it goes up from there. So that's like the bottom line, and that's
like a township level thing here, right? Like a township advisory.
Yeah,
board.
like a township. Well, it's more of a community. Like if there's like here, White Estates would have their own.
We would have our own government body.
Your own government body that would make rules and stuff. And a lot of times they're not filled, and we just try to get people in there because that you do a lot. You have a budget.
You get experience.
You have taxes. You just for that little place, and they have a pretty big budget for most of them. I don't live in a community district. I live in an unincorporated part. It's a lot different. But so we're trying to get more people in to this Coconut Grove, and it's nonpartisan.
So you're having a free town project.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get people to move there?
No, we actually have 15. I think there's about 1,500 registered libertarians in Miami-Dade County.
Okay.
So we have about 30 that come to the meetings that are.
Did you do it again, Dakota?
Yes.
You got it.
We have about 30, 35 that come to meetings that are actually precinct delegates for each of the precincts. So all the rest of them, they're not involved like that. So we're trying to get the ones that live in that city where we're spending our money to get them involved, to get them into this position because there's like 5 empty spots in this city.
All right.
So right now that's what we're doing. We just got another donation right before I came. They were sending me a picture so I could put it in the bank account.
Very cool.
So, and I think I'm pretty sure it's for just that project.
Very solid. So and then are you active at the state party level stuff too? Is it like here where you get involved in statewide things, or is it more just you deal with your county people and you kind of leave it at that?
Right now I'm just dealing with our county people.
Have you been to a state convention?
I haven't been. Well, I went to the state convention last month, and actually one of our guys got elected as the chairperson for the LPF.
So your county person is...
Our county person is the chairperson.
So Miami-Dade County, are you like the biggest county party in the state? Is it like being in Marion County in Indiana, or is it...
I think it's the second biggest one in the state, but we have 5 elected officials already.
In your county?
In our county, into different positions. So we're the ones that have the most... We have the most elected officials. We're doing the most... It was kind of a...
How do you guys pay for an executive director? I mean, that's a big financial commitment for
right now,
30
everything
people.
is volunteered.
So the executive director is a volunteer position.
He's volunteer too.
He's not paid.
He's not paid.
He's got the name and he goes for it.
Yep.
The title and...
Hopefully, we do have something for our financial director. We have a kind of a kickback, like he gets 15% of all the donations.
Can you turn your mic to your left just a touch? Talk more into it. Yeah, no, the other way. There you go.
He gets 15% of all the donations if he wants it.
Okay.
But so far, he hasn't wanted it. It's more just.
But it's an incentive to raise
incentive.
money, basically.
So we, hopefully, eventually, we'll pay people.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be a good thing.
What percentage do I get, Jer? I don't think you guys told me that whenever I became the chairperson.
You're treasurer. We have bad news for you to come.
It's all volunteer.
Yeah, this is this is a passion project for most of us right now.
That's right.
That's what it is. It's passion. I mean, our executive director. I mean, he's the one that gets most of the fundraising done. Like I said, our check today was $1,000. And that's usually what our donations are from people. Yep. So it's pretty good.
Big money.
And I have learned a lot with it.
You shaking down Marlins players for cash? I mean,
all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except for the ones that might die, but other than that.
Man. Yeah, there was
Have them write
one.
you in that will.
No, I mean they do pretty good. We, like I said, now Marcos Morales is he's from our county. He was our vice chair of our county party.
Okay.
But he got voted in as the chairperson of the Libertarian of Florida.
The state party.
Yeah, LPF. So he's got good ideas. He's more of a grassroots, work it up.
Yep. So bottom up kind of guy.
Yeah, which is kind of what Miami-Dade does. So he's more of that type of person. He's not against people who, like, we have somebody running for governor that's going to be running for governor of Florida, and that's fine, but he's more of the grassroots type.
Yeah, you're focused on trying to win local races
Yeah.
and train people and bring them up.
Yeah, kind of like what we did here.
Exactly. That's been very much our focus
Yeah.
in local politics here, and our new chairman Tim McGuire. That's been a big part of the message, trying to identify races we can
And
win.
I think that's very important. I hope that there's races coming up that Dakota and Rachel and Tanner are going to be running on.
And Lisa when she comes back home.
Yeah.
You still have a home here, by the way. So if
Yes.
anybody's wondering about her residency, she's you have a presence here still.
I have a presence
And residency is a state of mind in Indiana. So you're still here.
I'm going to come back and I'm going to run for mayor
All right.
eventually.
Eventually.
I've been looking for somebody to run for mayor.
Mayor, you say? Sounds like.
But yeah, I hope that Dakota, I mean, it sounds like Henry County is doing really good with the people it has, and hopefully it's got young people.
We don't march in parades like we used to when we were there.
That is
you
very
had us, You had us
sad.
in some parades.
I know. I am very disappointed you're not in
The
the
Memorial
parades.
Day parade is a non-starter for me because I'm not ready after the race.
I know
It
you
doesn't
never
happen.
could make it to the Memorial
There's
Day.
no-
and
there-
the
that's
and the
never gonna
Christmas
happen.
walk. I'm so disappointed nobody did the Christmas walk.
I
As
don't even know.
chairperson, I think somebody should have told you about the Christmas
what
walk.
is the
He wasn't
Christmas walk?
chairperson then.
December?
No, he's very recently been become chair.
Oh yeah, that's true.
March.
Okay.
Come on now, Lisa.
I'm so disappointed in you.
Well, I'm always a disappointment, Lisa.
You know, we're talking about a mayor race. I will say
in
this.
2 years.
I know, but I will say this about
Lisa
our current
Crosby,
mayor.
2019.
Yeah, our current mayor, Greg York. Whenever I got to the scene of the fire today, he was already out there.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I
doubt it
like
at
Greg
all.
York. Yeah. I really, I
I did not expect
I
to
like
see him
him.
out there.
I just wish he would move to Newcastle.
except for that. But as far as mayor goes, I think that he, personally, I think, of course, I haven't been here in a year, but I think that he does pretty good for what he has.
Yeah, I mean, this
really good.
this most recent term for him has been more controversial than others had been. I think the longer you're in office, the more that's going to happen to
Well,
you.
yeah.
There's
Everything that goes wrong is your fault. If the roads are shut down, then it's your
there's
fault.
the 14th Street in Newcastle is the one of the main north-south arteries through town, and there's been a project the city has been behind for quite some time that they've had a street shut down for I think 3 years while they've been rehabbing a building, and it's still shut down. And now the main east-west road through the town, Broad Street or State Road, that's shut down as well. So
I mean,
if you're trying to go through Newcastle, it is a nightmare.
I've been lobbying pretty hardcore to keep 14th Street closed down.
Really?
Really?
Yep.
What's wrong with
Why?
you?
I just don't like it.
You want it closed?
I want
you
it
want to close
closed.
down all the roads?
No, what I think should happen is that should be a parking lot for the new businesses that are going in there. You can't find a decent parking spot if you're going out to eat in downtown Newcastle.
That is ridiculous.
It is.
I don't believe
See,
you.
I don't know. I mean, that's the difference with because I keep up with it on Facebook with the
Of course.
concerned
You can't stop yourself,
citizens.
yeah.
No, I mean, I'm really interested in everything
Isn't it
that
hilarious,
happens.
though? That whole page.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. If you guys are listening, whether you're in Henry County, Indiana, or somewhere else, get on Facebook and get in your local community page. And there's a lot of important stuff that happens in there, but there's also just some pure entertainment.
Well, yeah, and that's
it's
like everything.
hilarious.
But for me, not being here, it's very interesting.
It's a way to
read
keep
it.
up with what's going on
I
in
know
town.
that the streets are shut down. My mom tells me, "Oh yeah, the streets are shut down." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I knew that. It's shut down from 14th to." She goes, "How'd you know?" I'm like, "Because I'm on Facebook."
It's it's
But that's the young blood, you know. He's got a different idea
turn that
because
baby into
he's
a parking lot. I hate parking.
because
on the
he's
street.
younger.
well. There's gonna be
He's younger.
there's gonna be a parking lot there, but that doesn't mean that we can't have a road that goes through.
Make it bigger.
You want 2 extra spaces?
That's just the difference between the generations, I think.
He's
It's
the
been
same
shut down
generation.
for
I'm a
3
millennial
years.
too,
Okay,
damn
not the
it.
same generations. That's the difference between the ages.
Maybe.
You're not
Or
21,
just a
Jeremiah.
difference
I
of
know that.
opinion.
No, it's been a while. Been a while since I was 21.
It's been shut down for 3 years.
Correct.
What? I mean, obviously, people are getting along just fine without it, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, people do. You get used to it. When they shut down 22nd on Indiana, they closed the railroad crossing there. That was the most horrible thing at first.
Are you talking about Thornburg Street right there?
No,
If you're not from Newcastle,
Indiana.
Indiana, you can just turn the radio down for a minute
Hey,
while we
I don't
continue to
care.
talk about local traffic patterns.
Tad Western talked about a bridge that was shut down for like 8 episodes straight.
That was my bridge, Rockville Road over 465.
I don't even know
a
where that
major
is.
artery on the west side of Indianapolis.
but see, he got used to it.
We got it
Right.
reopened in record time.
You just get used to
If
it.
you look straight out the window, I think you're going to see my dog do something. He's sniffing around. I don't know if this is going to be a 1 or a 2.
yes,
He's gonna
listeners,
there's-
please
Kill
look out the
another
window.
squirrel.
There's a there was an incident on Friday when I came home. There was a dead squirrel at the bottom of the pool. Riley had. I think he's looking in. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe
I
a
thought that
bird
was
fell
a
out of a
stuffed
nest.
animal. I really honestly
too.
thought
I
that
thought
was
you were
one of
just
his
messing
stuffed
with us.
animals that he put in the pool. I had no idea it was a real squirrel.
It was real.
I thought Jerry was just messing with everybody, like, I'm going to make these people think that
Yeah.
Riley killed something.
No,
Did
he's,
he-
he's a cold-blooded murderer.
So he kills it and then puts it in the pool?
I think so. I think it's his burial.
Or he drowns it in the pool?
Yeah, he may have held his head under. I don't know.
Burial at sea.
I'm never, if I ever bring my dog back, she's not coming over here. He will kill her.
All dogs have a $10,000 cash bond required to come over here.
He thought she
I
was a
thought that
squirrel.
was just to get in the pool.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be in the pool or at the pool.
to be,
Yeah.
My dogs don't
because
get in the
that's
pool,
what
they'd
it
be too
costs
scared.
to replace a pool liner. I've learned that last year.
That's what it would cost to replace my dog. The first time I brought her over here, Riley thought she was a squirrel and chased her.
Wait, what kind of
Remember?
dog do you have,
She's
Lisa?
a Papillon.
She's
That
got
is not a dog.
That is
she's
true.
got a squirrel
Any
on
dog,
a string.
any dog that can be beaten up by a cat is not a dog.
How are you liking this drink, Dakota?
It's actually really good.
Yeah, it's a Tom Collins.
Tom Collins.
Tom Collins.
I might replace my gin and tonic with a Tom Collins.
There you
tomorrow.
go. The bartenders probably won't like you as much. Are you going to come with me tomorrow, or is that you telling me, no, I'm not coming to the Elks Club?
I don't know yet.
We're not going to
man.
make an appearance with Dear Leader.
I just got sworn in last week.
You're going for
On
how long
Thursday.
until you want to be Grand Wizard or whatever it is of the Elks Club? How long do you have?
We'll give me 3 months. I bet
Wow.
I can step up there.
I mean, we made you chairman of the Libertarian Party of Henry County pretty quick. So I'm sure the Elks Club's going to look for your talents as well.
So, what did you have to do to get into the Elks Club?
It's top
Like
secret.
secret things?
Yeah, it's top secret.
It's like being a Mason; they can't tell you.
Can females be in the Elks Club?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's very progressive.
Oh yeah. We're
Can
a
they be?
progressive
Can they
society.
be members of Kiwanis or the Eagles?
I have no idea.
How many? What clubs are there? There's the Antelope Club, the famous Libertarian club in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
we've
not
got the
a member of
Elks
that.
Club
I'm
here.
an elk.
And then there are Moose.
Where's the Elks Club at here? I thought it closed.
No, the Elks.
Oh,
the Elks has
is
two
booming.
things here. You've
Wasn't
got the,
that
you,
one
you've
on
got
New
a bingo
York?
hall over off Grand Avenue
Right.
in by over where Jerry's used to be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's full.
And then is it Indiana and 14th Street? Maybe.
Yes, correct. It's right next to.
It's the road you can't drive down. That's where the Elks. This is a secret
That's
Elks thing. They want to keep it exclusive, and they don't want people coming to their
seriously,
club.
Where is that though?
It's right next
it's
to
next
the
to the
Castle
movie
Theater.
Yeah, just south of the movie theater.
Oh, that really nice.
It's that
like,
nice
it looks
building.
like a house.
It's that nice building with
Oh,
no
okay.
parking, where Dakota wants them to shut down city
Yes.
streets for him, so he can have parking for his
I've been
Elks
in
Club.
there before.
Correct.
Yeah, I see this now. I understand.
Yeah.
And you probably can't. You drinkers probably can't park in the church parking lot next door. They probably frown on that.
Actually, we parked in the old YMCA parking lot a lot.
That's a government building.
Okay, we
It's the
parked in the
township.
government
Yeah,
buildings.
the old
parking lot a lot.
Wittenbrocker YMCA.
Yeah.
I've been into that Elks now, I remember. I left my boots there one time.
Speaking of
I was
that,
drunk.
lost and found. I've got some sunglasses from the pool party that are still here, pink. Lisa picked up her wristband from the
I
last
did.
time.
My wristband.
And Sasquatch appears to have left his flip-flops in the backyard, and they're still sitting there. They're
Aren't
black
those
ones.
huge?
They are like a size 19. I don't know
Wow.
if they were Vlade Divacs or who they belong to.
I think it was Shaquille O'Neal.
But they are
I
massive.
think Shaquille O'Neal came over here.
Massive.
You didn't even know you had him there. Could have been like a Sasquatch sighting. He
Yeah,
was here partying with you guys. Everybody was too drunk.
I would.
It
After
wasn't a
about
squirrel
2
in
or
the
3 in the
bottom.
morning,
It was
I'm
a-
not sure I would have known.
It took 8 grown men to wrestle Jeremiah into a chair.
It was not bedtime. It was not quitting time yet. So, yeah, apparently I owe Harry a thank you, too, because I think he held my hair at the end of the night while I was,
Held your hair.
yeah.
Oh,
Wait, you
so
threw up
you
too?
got sick
I'm
too?
told I may have. I may have.
What did Sarah think about all this? Did
Everybody thought she was mad at me, but honestly, everybody kept running around the house late at night, and they were parading around upstairs and messing with Bittner, and I think she was more upset at the people that kept interrupting when she was trying to go to sleep. 'Cause she had to work the next day.
Oh,
I was
really?
one
So
of
everybody
those people.
thought she was pissed at
Oh
me,
my
and I really
gosh.
think she was pissed at the rest of the house.
Oh, wow.
She knows what she's getting into with me. It's all these other people that were the party's
so
fine
nobody,
downstairs.
everybody didn't leave at 3 like they were supposed to. 3 o'clock.
No.
I was here till 6:30.
You were asleep.
You were told to stay though. Honestly,
Yeah.
you were asked to stay the night.
Well, if I hadn't been able to, I don't know what I would have done. I would have just slept in the backyard and hoped you didn't know about it.
So, yeah, I took Christy to Stack's, or she met me there.
Yep.
And then I took her to Jack's Donuts. and
Jack's
she met me
Donuts.
there. So, like,
Shout out to Lee Markham.
Yeah. The 2 biggest things in, Newcastle. I made sure she got there. Don't worry.
Thank you for that.
All the way from Miami, I had to make sure she got there.
She was raving about those donuts.
Yeah, I didn't see Eli at Stack's. I was really I seen him.
He's always in there.
I know,
He's back. Pretty
I
much
seen him,
permanently.
and then he went to the office, and so we were leaving, and I was like,
I saw him on Memorial Day. He came and checked on my table on Monday on Memorial Day.
that's what
I got
Christy
both of
said.
you beat. I saw him this morning.
Aw.
See, you wait. You
Nice.
should be at work. What are you doing in there? And
It all got put out. My job was done, so we went and got some stacks.
you got some food.
Well, Christy made sure to tell me if Jeremiah was here, he would have came out and talked to us.
It's true.
I'm like, thank you, Christy. I'm not as important as Jeremiah, but
Probably doesn't recognize you. You got that Florida tan now,
maybe that was it.
and you're unrecognizable.
I didn't know anybody there.
Probably, I was gonna say you
I've been gone too long.
after the Indy 500, I had people asking me about I took some offhand picture about the at the race of a van that I said I had bought, and I kept telling people I left it in the infield. And I had about 3 people on Memorial Day, the day after the race, asking me about that van. So yeah,
Wow.
you walk in there sometimes. It's small. That's what I love about small town Indiana is everybody knows. You know people wherever you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, even Dakota knows people running around town.
Yep.
Yeah, I did go to Early Bird, and they talked to me there.
You're kind of a regular in there.
Early Bird's my place.
Yeah. So
I
you're
love early
I love
bird. You ever had that? Their ghost pepper salsa?
Get up on that mic,
holy
Dakota.
cow.
What are you doing,
Yes,
man?
I brought Cecil.
We're
some-
broadcasting.
I'm
here.
trying to
You-
chew on a cherry, and I don't want it.
I
to impede the
actually
listeners.
brought Cecil some hot sauce from Florida that I brought just for him. It wasn't as hot
Is
as
Cecil the guy at the early bird?
Yeah, he's the guy that cooks that has the ghost peppers. The hot.
Oh my god!
Oh,
He came over and was like, I asked him for some hot sauce or something. He said, "I got something real hot." And I was like, "Bring it on, brother! I really like hot stuff."
No, the hell you do. I just watched you
I
cry
know.
like a
He
baby.
just cried.
You just you
I
had one chicken
generally
wing
like
and you're
hot stuff.
whimpering like
He's
a puppy.
like, here, take this wing.
That was
Take it
too
away from me,
intense.
Lisa. I'm not ready for this.
You do not like
I
hot
was not
stuff.
really sure. I generally like hot things.
Except
And-
for that. I don't like that.
So he brought that to me, and I took one of my fried potatoes,
Oh.
and he brings it out in like that little ketchup thing.
Was it his salsa that he makes with all the peppers?
Yeah,
or was
yeah,
oh
yeah.
Lord. Whew.
So I just dumped that whole thing
That's
on the potato, and started eating it. And he had to bring me a glass of milk.
He's trying to get you for $2. He wants that $2 extra milk charge is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, if sometimes I'll get his just to put on something, but I can only eat. And I like the wings. I like
Yeah,
hot stuff.
obviously.
And it's
No, I couldn't imagine eating that, being like, that sounds good.
The hot sauce?
I'd be like,
or the wings?
I want to torture somebody. I'm going to get some of that.
I noticed you didn't even try the other wings. You were scared, huh?
He's
like,
done. Your tongue has no
the
sensation
other wings
left.
wasn't hot.
But see, like, I go to Taco Bell and I get a Crunch Wrap Supreme. And I have them put the creamy jalapeno sauce and jalapenos on it. And
Tell me about how you live dangerously.
And
there.
I love
your,
it.
Your hot Taco
Jalapenos.
Bell.
So, I mean, obviously,
Jalapenos
little bit
are
of hot
like
stuff.
jalapenos are like
They're a 3 on the hot scale.
yeah.
On a
I
scale
mean,
of 1
they're
to 10,
like
they're a 3.
they're like old school. There's like new peppers now.
they still
the
taste
California
good.
Reaper over there.
Yeah, the ghost pepper.
The ghost pepper. No.
I don't know. Well, hey, we're coming up on the last couple minutes of the Boss Hog Liberty podcast. You got Jeremiah Morrill here, Dakota Davis, and Lisa Crosby. Got time for final thoughts, I think, tonight. Lisa, what you got anything else you need to plug? Do we have to look for you anywhere else? We to follow you on Facebook?
Just
Asking for money for the Libertarian Party of Dade County. What's
Miami-Dade County. Give us money.
Miami-Dade.
You can follow me, Lisa Jo Crosby. I think my Twitter is Goldilocks.
You don't have Goldilocks' hair.
I know. It was when it was Goldsberry. I don't know what my Snapchat is. I don't know. Look for me on yours. You would find me.
Yeah, I don't know how. Honestly, Snapchat is so confusing to me. I don't know how to see. Like, it'll recommend somebody on Snapchat.
Yeah. But if you go to find
it's a
somebody,
whole
like
thing.
I cannot find Tad on Snapchat, and I've tried.
Okay, we can get into that a little bit.
Okay,
You've been stalking Tad.
Yes.
Really, truly, like.
Yeah. I try to. I mean, he's just.
Yeah.
He's just so cute.
Is
and
Tony okay with this? Does he
I
know?
I
like,
have
the
told
level
Tony
of this?
that I'm going to marry Tad, and I'm going to be Lisa Western. And Tony says, okay, whatever.
Says whatever.
I think if he thinks that if I actually catch Tad, that'd be pretty good.
He's in favor of it too.
I bought some rope and brought it with me to Indiana, but I forgot to bring it to your house.
So did
the
you
other
ever get
night.
to see Tad? Did you see him? You saw him at the party.
I saw him at the party.
So he was an early arrival.
Yeah, and I forgot to bring that rope that I had.
Yeah.
I was going to show him
You didn't leave it.
how
tonight,
pretty it
right?
was in my truck, but he didn't come out.
Have you got a vehicle? Did you drive your car up here? What'd you do?
No, over the weekend I borrowed my best friend's husband's truck.
Uh-huh.
He's like my second husband. He's always been there.
So you've got Tony, your second husband.
My second husband, and now
and
Tad
then
Western.
Tad.
Yeah.
A lot of guys.
Yeah,
See, we don't even fit in here anymore.
I got it.
She doesn't care about me.
Got to keep it fun.
She doesn't.
Like, you
No.
got a
She
girlfriend
never
now.
cared.
I do
about
have a
me.
girlfriend.
She's my own.
She doesn't even know you, really.
I gave you to
You're
the
like
wolves.
strangers. Have you been introduced? Holy cow.
No, when I had him,
Lisa,
I gave him
meet
to the
Dakota.
wolves,
Dakota,
remember?
meet
My,
Lisa.
this is my mother.
I know, it's
Oh, yeah, but she abandoned you.
fine. I abandoned him. I'm trying to make
You
it
were
fun
raised by
now.
Greg. Thank God.
Botched.
Wolves.
I was raised by the wolves.
The wolves.
Wolves are pretty smart.
Who's
I mean,
wait? Who's Rachel's? I
They know
thought
how
Rachel
to-
Valor had one of y'all.
That's Tanner.
Oh,
That's why Tanner's so screwed up.
Oh, I like Rachel. I only met
she's
her.
replacement Lisa.
I know. I only.
You moved, and we went out and found Lisa. Found
I
her.
know. You guys
So
found
when
her
you-
like right
when
away.
you
You're
come
like,
back-
oh, we got all these new people now, Lisa. You're gone.
When you come back, I don't know how this is going to work down. I feel like they're going to fight. Dakota.
Oh no,
They're going to
Rachel.
feud. They're going to
I
have like
know,
this
Rachel
women
can
knife
keep it.
fight. They like. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm legitimately nervous. I don't
no,
know.
I don't think so. I think she could take me.
She's younger.
I know she's younger, and I think she could take me.
Yeah.
I was kind of scared
You're both
when I
from
met
Texas too, by the way. You know
Really?
that? She's from Texas.
her. Wow, I didn't know
It's
that.
like really replacement Lisa. It's
Wow.
like yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I really liked her at your last party. I
You
was
should.
at.
It's like looking in the mirror. Just
It
a younger
is.
version.
Yeah. Shut up, Jeremiah.
I'm gonna get so much crap. All right. Well, thank you, Lisa, for making the trip up here.
Thank you for
Yeah.
letting me be here.
Look forward to you being back full time with us here. I guess December, January, sometime in there.
Yeah. Tony graduates in December, so
Yeah.
it should be not too long after that.
Good deal. I've
Yep.
still got some of your fish here. The ones Tad
I
didn't kill.
know.
There's a few fish left over.
I know. I was looking at my fish tank today at my house, and I was like, I can't wait to put. I was
Yeah.
just getting into the fish.
Yeah.
I had to give them up.
Yeah. Well, you have. Luckily the ones that died weren't the ones Tad had involvement
Oh,
with.
good.
So
I'm glad he didn't kill my fish.
Yeah.
'Cause-
all right. Well, we thank Lisa for being with us. Dakota, final thoughts tonight?
My final thoughts tonight. I guess I'm just glad that everybody stuck with us. I mean, we have an astronomical amount of downloads.
Yeah, we're over
And-
500 on some episodes. It's very steady for sure.
Yeah, and that is so awesome to me. So thank you to everybody that has downloaded, subscribed, and listened to making it to our 10th episode.
Yep. Rate us on iTunes. Jump on iTunes and give us 5
Right.
stars. The more, as a new podcast, the more quick ratings you have and the better ratings, you actually show up. Like when people search for podcasts.
What if you don't have
you end up in the front
iTunes?
What do you use?
SoundCloud?
SoundCloud's cool.
So just
you
rate
you
it?
could go in and save it. Like you subscribe to it, and you can hit the little favorite button in SoundCloud.
Right.
But we're on SoundCloud. We're on Amazon. We're in the Google Play Store. If you look on TuneIn, you can find us on
Cool.
TuneIn or Stitcher. We're on literally all
yeah.
those platforms. It's crazy how easy it is to find us.
It's
It's
so much
It's
fun,
good to be on the
too.
Weird Libertarians podcast network.
It is.
Because it's wide reaching.
Yeah. We have a great time doing it, too. I mean, at least I do.
Do you go back to your 3-year high school reunion and brag about the successful podcast that you have?
Oh, yeah, I
Are
do.
you looking forward to that?
Like, I get so successful.
I'm going to be in
Look
his
at all
wedding.
you
Do you know
guys.
that?
You're going to be at his wedding?
Yeah, I'm
Jeremy-
really
yeah.
hoping that this comes up
Jeremiah's
in his
gonna be one
toast.
of my
What if
groomsmen.
what if it's at his house? You can't even go to his house.
It's
It's
at
not
a
in my
very
house.
Oh, okay. It's not at his house.
This wedding is at a very
No way.
exclusive tree farm, and I get to go.
Awesome.
Yeah, up in the northern part of the county.
Cool.
He doesn't just get to go. He's,
gets to
he's
be part
actually
of it.
part of the wedding party.
Yeah,
Nice. When are you getting married?
November.
November. Wow.
as
Fall wedding.
soon as she turns
Wedding.
18, he's getting married.
Yep.
That's awesome. At least she'll be legal.
Sorry, Audrey Joe. It's not true. She's well old enough.
How does she spell her middle name?
Just
J.O.
Just
yeah.
J.O.
See another Henry County Joe.
Mine's J-O-E.
Even
it's
so.
originally from Texas.
Right.
That's it.
My dog's growling. Doesn't like that E. You got to drop that E.
Yep.
No, it has to be.
All right. Well, follow me on Facebook. Just Dakota Davis. There's really nothing special about it. You're gonna see my face up there, and if you don't know who I am, it's too bad.
Well, you can follow us. You jump on the Boss Hog Liberty Facebook page, and you're tagged in there.
Right,
You can be hunted down. If somebody wants to find Dakota, you'll find him at this point.
You can find me.
You're
Or on
getting all
Twitter.
kinds of creepertarians adding you now.
That's right.
Right? You're starting to get the
I've
strange
actually
ones.
had a few friend requests.
So thank you for those people that
That's
are
pretty
listening.
good.
That yeah.
What Tad?
No,
No, I don't think anybody's memed you yet. I did. I picked on you, and
Yeah, you memed me.
I went back and found old Dakota pictures from when he was
Greg,
11.
Greg's memed me.
Yes, but no stranger memes.
No
They've all
stranger.
they've all been friends.
No.
Here's some art I made for you, kid. This is you and me on vacation.
Oh, wonderful. No, and you can follow me on Twitter. It's at Tokad Savad. Savad is with a capital S and no spaces.
Tocad?
Tokad.
Tokad.
It's Dakota Davis backwards.
Yeah.
I tried to type it
Oh,
in.
okay.
I struggle so badly. Ask me to do something in reverse, like not backing up a car, but like typing a word down backwards or whatever. I struggled terribly trying to do that. When Dakota's like does that, and I'm trying to follow
It's
him.
Dakota backwards or Dakota Davis?
It's Dakota
Dakota
Davis
Davis.
backwards, but it's Dakota and then Davis. He didn't do the whole thing in
Wow. Okay.
Like my dad.
Because a Tokad Savad sounds pretty cool, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it
It
does.
sounds like you're Middle Eastern, and with that beard, you're passable.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that is true.
you go with a Tokad Davis or a Tokad Savad, you might not get on some planes.
You
Come
don't
get me,
try to
Trump.
fly, do you?
Nope.
Have you ever flown? You been on a plane?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Not with that name, he hasn't.
No,
No, not with that.
not well. Now that you're a podcast
I make
celebrity,
sure-
good luck on your
I
next
make
flight.
sure that I do not tan at all. I trim my beard. I go as a nice white guy.
Don't wear a
And they're
hat.
like,
Don't wear a turban.
they're like, oh, come, sir. Like,
Shave your beard off.
yeah. They're like, oh,
So you're gonna have
you
to
don't
shave
need to
your
worry
beard.
about taking your shoes
You're
off.
gonna have to shave your beard after the wedding for the trip.
Nah.
No. Well, I hope you enjoy the thorough examination of the TSA. The
Hey,
Blue Gloves,
TSA
Blue
pre-check.
Gloves of Freedom will give you.
Now that
Are
I've
you
been on
you're
here,
certified for pre-check?
Yeah, I am.
You paid extra?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want them looking at my genitals.
They're gonna look at them anyway, aren't they? If they want to.
If they want to. It's just less likely.
I hope I'm not going to get tagged now that I'm on the podcast.
Yeah,
right?
you are.
I've been on 2 podcasts.
I'm
I'm not going to be able to fly back.
Sarah and I came back from Vegas back in March, and I got the secondary screening and the whole deal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was very, very. There was a lot to it. So yeah, I was identified.
You sound very like it's
I'm not
still
ashamed.
troubled with
I
you.
feel like she blamed me
Every
because it
time
was
he
my
hears
fault.
something that resembles a glove snapping,
Yep.
He's like, ah!
He kind of shivers a little bit.
Yeah, there's a good Reason magazine article today about how useless and pathetic the theater is at the TSA too. So, yeah, they're terrible at what they do, and we don't need them. Much better if we just had private security. But I'll lay that on the table now, I guess. But we do not need them. I'm Jeremiah. Appreciate everybody listening. Follow us, Boss Hog Liberty on Facebook. That's the best way to get us. You can message us there. At Jeremiah Morrill on the Twitter. I am planning on being on the big show on the recording we're doing here tomorrow. I would guess that one will come out within the next week or so, somewhere in there. So watch your RSS feeds. I think Spangle's releasing a special makeup episode from the pool party. They had Rob Kendall made an appearance at our pool party.
I've seen that.
So Rob and Greg recorded an episode today that I think is going to be in the feed before my appearance will be tomorrow. If I can talk Dakota into skipping his first official meeting as a royal moose elk or whatever.
I'm an elk, same as Greg York.
Well,
Ooh.
yeah. See, it's this
He's
big,
getting it in right now.
it's this big thing they do over there where they conspire to close down streets. 14th Street is closed
all
because
they
of
talk
the Elks
about
Club.
over their gin and tonics.
Is that not the most libertarian thing that you can imagine to happen?
You're
at
just
a club?
arbitrarily closing down city streets for your
I am
private
the
benefit.
roads.
All right. Well, we thank everybody for listening. Like and subscribe on iTunes. Give us 5 stars, and we really do appreciate the listens. Talk to y'all next time.
Thank you for listening to the We Are Libertarians Network. Get our other shows at WeareLibertarians.com.